How's it going, everyone? So today for my very first video ever, we're gonna do a DIY blade bait. So what a blade bait is a fishing lure that a lot of people use for like when the water's cold or the fish aren't biting that well. And so it looks something like this. And we're gonna make it out of a pop can. We're from the Midwest. It's a pop can, not a soda can. A soda can. You make this out of like whatever aluminum you want to. Let's get right into it. Alright, so now what you're gonna do is you're gonna drop a template. I already pre-did this, and we're gonna cut it out, obviously. And you can look online and you can see what kind of shapes that you would want to make this. I kind of opted for this shape. I guess it's a personal preference, really. I recommend grabbing a piece of cardboard and gluing your template on. It's just going to make it a heck of a lot easier to work with. Alright, I think you're going to take your cardboard template and you're going to cut that out. Cheese and rice, what a hassle. Okay, so have our template cut out. What you're gonna do, you can grab your pop can and you grab like whatever tin snips, scissors, whatever you have, box cutter, and whoa, that's not what we want. Anyway, that'll be fine.
You're going to carefully cut out your pop can. I recommend washing out your pop can first. This is my first time making a how-to video. We'll see how it goes.
Now kind of a neat, so it's all rolled up in like a pain in the butt to work with. Like what you can do, it's real easy. You just legit loosely roll it the other way. So you just roll it that way. And you got a bit of a flatter surface to work with. So you're going to take your template, you're going to smack that on there. Grab yourself a pen or a Sharpie or whatever. And so I made a few of these before. And I like to trace 5 outlines. And if you wanted to, you can just like line up where you want it, because you can have them like, the silvery color, or you can have them the color of the pop can. Whatever floats your goat. So let's do them over here, and we'll draw 5. So you're gonna glue these all together, and it's gonna be, pretty thin yet, but it's gonna be strong. Like, I was honestly surprised, like how strong they feel. So you're gonna take you super glue and spread that all over. So I like to take something flat and I like to go across it, so just to help glue it down, help flatten it up a bit. And go to the other side. And you're just gonna keep doing that. You're just gonna keep on trucking with super gluing your layers on. You could probably do, like, I watched a video where a guy did 6 layers, but he was like saltwater fishing. So if you wanted to be ambitious, I guess you do you, boo-boo. But I think 5 is pretty good. I saw a person do 4 layers, and I thought, you know, I'm gonna do 5. 5's a good number. And another one. DJ Khaled. And another one. Oh no! Son of a gun! And another one. This like Gorilla super glue, this stuff is no joke. Like, you might have like little blemishes or whatever on it because you maybe super glued your fingers to it. So now you're gonna grab some heavier grit sandpaper and you're just gonna take it and you're gonna sand the edges. What you have to do is you literally pick up these lead egg sinkers, is what they're called, and you can pick them up at Walmart for less than $1. I got a 1/4 ounce, and so you're gonna take this and you're gonna put it in a vise or clamp it down however you need to. And that has a hole. It has a hole running through the middle, so you're gonna take a hacksaw and you're just gonna cut right down the middle. Or do your best to cut down the middle. Okay, so now have your blank. Have your weight. And one thing that you have to do with this is your weight is gonna go right at that fat part of the belly, if that's how you make it, but it's gonna be like, your weight's gonna be forward of the bait. And so what you need to do is cut a little bit of a flat spot so your weight can set. And then again, just take your sandpaper, clean that edge up a bit. I guess if you wanted to, like, that's how I seen how it was done. If you wanted to, you could just like make it so it has a flat belly already. But what are you gonna do? So now you're gonna fit your lead weight onto there. See how it fits. Seams. Oh, it's not going down all the way. There we go. Oh, heck yeah, there we go. So I think I want the weight right there. So, take your, you know, this is a very simple project as far as materials. So you're going to take your super glue and you're going to put some glue right where you want that weight to be. And you can work that weight back and forth just to get more glue on it. Oh. There we go. Take your little vise here and line it up so it's perfectly symmetrical up and down, and just give it a little squeeze. And I really don't think that's going anywhere. And I think the weight's on there relatively straight. I think it's good enough. So what you're gonna do is you wanna drill your holes out. You're gonna wanna drill a hole, the tail end for a treble hook. You're gonna drill a hole just behind your weight here for another hook. And what you're gonna wanna do is you have 2 holes up top, and these 2 holes, these 2 holes at top are what makes it, or the 2 holes at top are how fast that it vibrates or wobbles. So like a traditional build lure will go like this. This is gonna go this way. So I believe the forward one you get a faster vibration, and the one back you get faster and tighter, and the one further back you get slower but more wide. And then you're just gonna take your good old sandpaper, and where you drill those holes, you're just gonna clean the backs of those up a little bit. What you're also gonna need, you need these treble hooks. You're also gonna need a swivel snap. I think guys, I've seen a lot of people just use swivels, but I have a swivel snap, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, so a couple of quick things. I'm editing this video. A couple of issues that I ran into. So first, I did go fishing with the blade bait one time, and it was heckin' cold out. It was 27 degrees, and it was just there's more water open than I thought at this one place. But I was fishing near a bridge for mostly walleye or pike if I could get it, and couple of things. So I was like, 1/4 ounce, good enough. That's good enough for me. Well, that'd be good enough if I wanted to I thought with 1/4 ounce, I was like, I could probably throw that with my casting rod. Nope, it wasn't working. So if you're gonna use casting gear, I'd recommend going up to 1/2 ounce. And so that's what I did. I bought 1/2 ounce ones for future reference, but the one I made, I just added another little egg sinker there to the front of it. And that's another thing. I think I wasn't getting the action that I wanted. It wasn't wobbling quite right. And so one thing I looked at is I went back and I looked at pictures of companies that make blade baits, and one of the things that I noticed is that their weight is a lot more forward. So instead of placing that weight right there on the belly, I recommend putting it more up towards the nose. I think that's gonna work. And I ditched the swivel too. I just opted for a snap. And then honestly, I think that's it. Those are the only corrections that I would make to this and want to tell you guys. So hopefully, we all learn. We're learning from this experience. But I have another video coming out sometime, maybe next week, where I repurpose an everyday item. So stay tuned for that.